verses or words to write a song. I'll just tell you what I'm thinking and we both can sing along. And when you're lost, all you gotta do is find your way to my house. They won't be able to see us with the lights out. Come on. There's nothing left to do. Turn the lights out. Baby, what's wrong with you? Turn the lights out. All you gotta do is want a little bit more. Girl, just shut the door. Turn the lights out. There's nothing left to do. Turn the lights out. Baby, what's wrong with you? Turn the lights out. All we gotta do is find a place on the floor. Girl, just shut the door. Turn the lights out. We're gonna make sure everybody gets the message. Plug the sucker in, we're gonna make this night electric. It's ending when we're finished and it's starting when we're starting. Leave your problems back at home, cause yo, it ain't that kind of party. I wanna feel your skin, I wanna hear you laugh. I wanna touch your hips with no chit-chat distraction. You can grab my shirt, you can pull me real close, telling me there ain't a time that you've gotta be home. Cause tonight we're gonna act like every minute lasts a day. When you're this close to me, girl, the world is gonna have to wait. And everything you ever need is in this room, I got you. You don't ever have to leave, you can stay here if you want to. Dance till you sweat, scream until you see spots. Everybody's gotta have a piece of what we got. If you want it, all you gotta do is find your way to my house. They won't be able to see us with the lights out. Come on. There's nothing left to do. Turn the lights out. Baby, what's wrong with you? Turn the lights out. All you gotta do is want a little bit more. Girl, just shut the door. Turn the lights out. There's nothing left to do. Turn the lights out. Baby, what's wrong with you? Turn the lights out. All we gotta do is find a place on the floor. Girl, just shut the door. Turn the lights out. Let's go. Nah, nah.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
Back to the Bob Sullivan Show here on LateNightSportsRadio.com. Thank you to The Verve for playing me in on that after that break. Back here with Keith for headlines. Keith, how's it going?
I forgot how long of an intro that song had.
It's a great song.
It's one of those songs that, like, when you hear it, you just want to, like, go out and, like, do something, whether it's, like, violent or athletic, but something.
Mm-hmm. Well, or do what they did in that music video where that guy's just walking down the street bumping into people. I always feel like, shoulder bumping a bunch of people and just walking down the street like that guy did.
Smashing everybody's shoulders.
Yeah, that would surely cause a fight.
All right, let's start with...
Unfortunately, they got sued for that song by the Stones.
Really? Why? I missed that. What was that?
There was something involved with their the way the music goes or something like that. That sounded too much like a Stones song, I guess. So. Complete
BS.
Yeah, the Stones wouldn't let them have their 15 minutes of fame.
Because they needed to carve their souls and inhale their souls so they could live another 50 years. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Let's start with headlines, shall we?
We shall.
Cleveland Browns wide receiver Josh Gordon fails another substance test, this time for alcohol, and is facing a year-long suspension from the NFL. If you're the Cleveland Browns, do you cut him loose?
Yeah, because he wasn't all that effective last year. Too much of a headache. 6 games he played, wasn't very effective. I don't know. Seems like a little bit. You already got Johnny Manziel on your roster. Do you need another headache? No. Just get rid of his ass.
I just think it's funny that, like, Johnny Manziel and Gordon are on the same team, and everyone's shocked when they have a party together.
Oh, yeah. Was this another Manziel party?
No, I'm not sure when the test would happen. All we know is that he failed it.
The alcohol test, unless I don't know. that seems a little ticky-tack to me, but I guess he has had some issues, so
Yeah, he's got
probably a good call to have those rules in place.
Yeah, doesn't exactly have the longest rope, if you know what I mean.
No.
And that is not a euphemism, by the way. Duke head coach Mike Krzyzewski hits 1,000 wins for his NCAA Division I career. Where does he sit in the pantheon of college basketball coaches?
See, I like college basketball, but I hate it at the same time because it's far more about the coaches than it is the players. I would say he's probably number 3 for me behind. I think Wooden you have to put number 1. And I'd probably put Dean Smith number 2. The most impressive thing about Krzyzewski, though, is he has more wins than a lot of Division I programs have in their history. That's the most impressive thing for me. That's quite an accomplishment in itself.
How many points do you take away from Adolph Rupp for being a racist?
Ooh. I don't. Do you take the? He's pretty much like the Bear Bryant. Living in the South. I mean, it's not popular to be racially tolerant in the South. So I guess I'll give Adolph Rupp and Bear Bryant a pass on that. But as far as Adolph Rupp, I would take a few points away from him for being a racist. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because it sounded like you were condoning racism.
No, not condoning it at all.
All right. New England Patriots Deflategate lingers on for day number 6, I believe it is now. Is the coverage over this just getting absolutely ridiculous?
When it's the second leading story after the State of the Union address, yes. It's sports. They cheated. Really, in the grand scheme of things, not that big a deal. Yeah, if you break it down. Are we going to be talking about this 20 years from now? No.
God, I hope not. God, I hope not.
It's not. They cheated, but I don't know. It just doesn't really bother me that much. I don't think that they've been caught twice. And, I don't think that they're the only teams that have cheated or have underinflated footballs for their benefit or overinflated footballs or did the Spygate thing. Their problem is they got caught. And the reason they got caught, they got caught because they're, a good team. They've been a good team. And if they were a bad team doing all this crap, they wouldn't be getting caught.
See, the part that I have kind of lazily failed to look up is if these footballs were underinflated, didn't the Indianapolis Colts use the same balls?
I think both teams have separate footballs that they use.
I was under the impression that they each had like a different team's balls were. This is hilarious.
There's a lot of balls being touched.
Yeah, each team brings their own game balls and they use them in different halves. That's kind of what I was reading, but I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't know. It's all kind of just stupid to me that I don't know. Yeah, they cheated.
When you bring in Bill Nye the Science Guy, you've gone too far.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
And the other thing I'm sick and tired of is everybody using gate as like the term for some scandal. It's like, okay, Watergate happened 40 years ago. Nobody knows what the hell it's referencing. I mean, other than smart people, do you think the majority of sports fans, when somebody puts gate at the end of something, do you think the majority of sports fans know what the reference is to?
I'm willing to bet no.
Yeah, so let's stop with that. Let's just call it deflated footballs or something. We have to put gate in front of everything now. It's like everybody shut the hell up. It doesn't need to be said.
The Cleveland Cavaliers have won their 6th straight. First of all, first question about them. Have they found their stride?
They're playing better. I don't know if they found their stride. Well, I guess if finding their stride is having LeBron, masking all their issues, then yes. If I don't, LeBron sitting out for 2 weeks with the quote unquote knee and back issues, I think he just needed some time off, an extra couple weeks off, and he seems rejuvenated. And he's the best player in the world to mask issues of a team. I mean, he did it for 8 years in Cleveland, or 7 years in Cleveland before masking issues of their team. And then the last couple of years in Miami, masking problems with Dwayne Wade and, that team not being as complete as they should have been. But, I think they found their stride in having LeBron do his thing, so.
Second Cavaliers question. What was the bigger part of that transaction, getting rid of Dion Waiters or adding Timothy Mozgov?
See, Waiters was an issue, but everybody kisses Kyrie Irving's ass way too much. Kyrie was just as big a problem as Waiters was. He wasn't willing, him and Waiters didn't get along. It's a two-way street there. It wasn't like Waiters is just as, wasn't the Stephon Marbury or anything like that. I don't think Irving is completely blameless in that situation, but he is more talented. So he stayed. But with Mozgov, I think, addressing losing Anderson Varejao was a big part of what they needed, and I think bringing in Mozgov is going to be a good addition, and having him, Thompson, and Kevin Love down low, going to get a lot of rebounds. I don't think Mozgov is the toughest guy in the league, though, so that could still be an issue against Chicago.
Major League Baseball has a new commissioner. Rob Manfred took over for now retired Bud Selig the other day. If you were commissioner, Bob, what would you do on day one? What would be the first thing you do as commissioner?
I'd kick somebody's ass. Because you kick somebody's ass the first day or you become somebody's... Well, you know how the phrase goes in prison. I'm kidding. First thing I would do is ruffle some feathers and reinstate Pete Rose and make him my right-hand man for baseball, for integrity of the game.
Make him the chief integrity officer?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I think, we need to get over this whole Pete Rose thing. Yeah, he made a mistake, but there's a lot worse people that are in the Hall of Fame and in baseball than Pete Rose, so let him back in. And another thing I would do is I would also end my sponsorships with Viagra. Eliminate those commercials during baseball games. Not a good look for the game.
Well, you can only talk about wood so much before. I'm sorry. The Detroit Pistons lose Brandon Jennings for the year for a ruptured Achilles tendon. How devastating is this injury to the Pistons?
It's a pretty big loss. He was starting to find his role on the team since Josh Smith was gone. Now they're probably going to have to go to DJ Augustine as their main point guard, and I feel like with Jennings, I feel bad for the guy. He's starting to play he's been kind of a me do everything type of point guard, and he's finally starting to play into the team concept there. The guy I feel worse for, though, is Stan Van Gundy. It's finally getting his team playing well, and just one thing leads to another. I think they're in some trouble again without Brandon Jennings. Alex.
Reminder that tomorrow night is 87 Sports Fans Live at 10 p.m. Eastern on LateNightSportsRadio.com, followed up on Tuesday night by the re-airing of Rochester Sports Mumblings. On Wednesday night, the Fantasy Greek NFL Power Hour, 10 o'clock, LateNightSportsRadio.com.